So this session deals with the input and output methods and how to begin with the first console application. So here the basic differences with respect to by means of which we can do the input output operations with respect to a console application has been discussed. So here the console.writeLine method is used by the compiler for display of the properties of data types, events, etc. Now, and console readline is used by the compiler to accept the details that is fed by the user-friendly person. So the console write line would be the equivalent to cout in C++, and console read line would be equivalent to cin C++. Or we can say console write line is equivalent to printf in C, and console read line is equivalent to scanf in C. So let us start with our first ASP.NET console application. So we visit the Visual Studio environment. So we take the view new option, then followed by project, and we'll expect the browser window to open up. So once the full folder is open, we'll go for the attachment of the first application. So we take Visual C# option, then followed by console application, and we can name it as, we can take the example of the sum of the two numbers. Sum of. So we can give the application of sum of console app, and it's going to get stored in the D drive with the project option as a folder name in the D drive, then the solution name taken up by default. We give a click OK, and once OK has been done, we'll specifically reach the page where the console window is open, where we need to type up the particular entities so that we can start up with the application process. So we're waiting for the configuring of the page with respect to the application. Once that's been done, we will start proceeding with the coding part of how to work with the first console application of the sum of the two numbers. So here we have to understand the basic structure of a C++ program. So we have got a namespace that defaultly takes up for the project name, then followed by the class program, then there is a static void main. And this is nothing but the command line argument, the main method of the respective project for this particular application. So here we are intend to have two inputs, that is int A and int B. And with respect to this int A and int B, we are intended to have the sum of the two numbers. So we have int A, comma int B. Then the console write-line method, as we discussed, will be asking the user-friendly person to enter the numbers. So it will be, can we name it as enter two integers. So once that's been done, so with the help of A and with the convert to int32 method, because this implicit conversion is necessary for the compiler to understand that it is an int quantity that's needed to get operated and it's not a string. As defaultly, the compiler reads all the input properties as an int, a string quantity, and needs an implicit conversion with respect to the type of the data type you need to get operated. So in this case, it's an int. So the same has to be operated for your B. So we can convert it into B. And once that's been done, we are using the console write-line method once again for display of the result. So we have to concatenate the A plus B inside this console write-line method. So each of this method, class name followed by method name, gets auto-generated. We just need to type up and fix them. So the sum of the two is then followed by the display syntax. The curly bracket 0 refers to one input quantity, then followed by comma. And here within round brackets, we are supposed to give A plus B. Because this round open and close bracket is necessary, because otherwise it will just concatenate and keep it won't add up. Just for adding purpose, we need the open and close brackets. And console read key is important because it will help for the slowing up the compiler and to display the answer. Otherwise, compiler will show the answer and float and disappear. So we can give a build option. We can check up for the build-up issues. We are waiting for the compilation to build up. So once build is okay, then we are free of all the compilation issues. So we can see the left bottom corner of the page, it's will succeed. That's free of all the compilation issues now. So if we go for the start button and go for the debugging section of the page, where exactly we are, the compiler will ask the user-friendly person to put the entered two numbers. So this is a specific page we have obtained, and we are entering the two numbers that needs to get operated. So we get the sum of 34, 56 as 90. So this is the simplest, the first application we can start with the console app.